Hey guys, I know what everybody, including myself, wants to see is more working on the darn truck. Well, the truck's back inside. I've had another issue with it. It seems to be running pretty well, but for a while I've had a coolant leak in it, and I've not been able to find it. It's not been a real big leak. When you start the truck, you can smell it, like standing up here in front, you can smell coolant when you start it. It sort of goes away, or it gets less strong. You can't smell it from inside the cab, like with the heater on. You can't smell it, standing back by the exhaust. You can't smell coolant in the exhaust. And of course, I've been checking up here in the front, thinking, okay, loose hose clamp, bad water pump, something like that. Nothing like that. Everything up there is dry. Well, a couple days ago, I found something, and it's probably not going to show up because of this light. No, not really. Kind of. You look at the exhaust manifold back there. Look at the tube to the back. It looks fairly normal. And you see how the one right in front of it looks a lot darker. And farther up here, down there, you can see it looks normal again. And then I don't have enough hands for this. Sorry. Reach down there is coolant on the exhaust manifold. So what in the world is going on down there? It seems to all be going outside the motor, not inside, but what in the world? Okay, I got you set up where you can kind of see this bolt right here is where it looks like everything's coming from, which is really weird because those are supposed to be blind holes. So I'm going to take that bolt out and we're going to see what happens. It's not very tight, but it's not very loose either. Definitely wet. Well, we took that bolt out. Now look what we see. Looks like that manifold's gonna have to come off so we can see what the heck's going on. Okay. I apologize for the poor filming, but there's not a real good way to do this. This is the hole that I'm having my leak from. I can't get a real good view of anything. I don't really see any visible cracks going up to the hole. this hole over here, that was the hole beside it. That hole seems to be fine. So what I think I'm going to do is just clean the hole out as good as I can. I've got the coolant drained out of the motor. I'm going to clean the inside of the hole. I got a new gasket to go on, and I'm going to put high temperature silicone on the threads of the bolts. Okay, there's not a real good angle that I can put the camera so you can see what I'm doing, so I don't know if I can see what I'm doing, but all I'm gonna do is just spray some brake clean in the holes and blow them out with compressed air a few times. It's really about as good as I can get. If I can get there from here. Okay, so I've got my bolts cleaned up. I've got two of them just stuck in there right now to hold the manifold back in and the gasket. So this is what I bought. I stopped and got manifold gaskets and a tube of this on the way home from work. This is what I'm going to put on the threads of the bolts, and then the other two bolts I'll just pop back out and goop up with this stuff before I put them back in final. I don't know if this is going to work or not. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. It says that it says 90 minutes, but it's about 9:30 right now. I've got to go to work in the morning, so I'm not going to finish it tonight. I'll get it bolted back together, and we'll just let the silicone cure overnight, and I'll put some antifreeze back in it when I get home from work tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. We're back, ready to put some Kool-Aid in it. I'm going to start first by putting a bottle of goop in there. I don't really like to use radiator sealer, but I'm kind of afraid not to put anything in it. I'm just given what we've already seen. So there's that. Coolant stayed pretty clean. I did clean my bucket yesterday, so I'll just pour most of this back in, and we'll add what we lost. Well, we got her all filled back up, got her running. We just have to drive it for a little while and keep an eye on our fluid level. Watch down there and see if it's still leaking. Hopefully it stopped, but anyway, if you're all still here, thank you all for watching another boring video of this. Anyway, hope you all have a good one.